Hello, my name is Taylor Tomlyanovich, and this is my bulletin board project. So, I would start off by putting this bulletin board outside of my classroom. The classroom that I would be working in would involve children that are about 5 to 6 years old, which would be about kindergarten. So I think that it's important to put it right outside the classroom so that not only the families can see while they're waiting to pick up their children, but also the kids would be able to see maybe the pictures on it and stuff like that. So it would say for the families, and then in Spanish, para las familias. So it might have a different language depending on maybe what we're focusing on in lessons. Like if we're learning a little bit of sign language, I might put in maybe the signs for the families. So it all depends on what we are learning about, what kind of language or um, things we are learning about. And so then right above that, I would have um, in class we ... and then it would talk about different things that we've been doing in class and different pictures showing different things so that the parents and families can see what we're doing without getting a million handouts that they might not see or might throw away. Um, they would be able to enjoy looking at pictures of their children while they're waiting to pick them up and seeing them have fun in class without being inside the classroom. And then right next to that, I would have my daily news flash. Because it's very important, again, that the parents and families know the things that are going on in the classroom and what's been happening. So the daily news flash might talk about, like today we were learning about the letter R and um, maybe what we talked about and what activities we did um, and then maybe a little part at the end talking about if you have time at home, like you could do this little activity or just talk more about the letter R. And then right below that, I would have resources for the families because I know that all families are different. So maybe some might need resources more than others, but um, to have those readily available for all of the families and all of the parents that might need them. So I would switch these out as needed. So maybe at the beginning of the year, we might have resources to different school supply places that you could go get school supplies for a lower price, or maybe different resources like for um, like hearing loss, if that is maybe a problem, like just different resources depending on what we need. And then right behind or right below that would be articles talking about important stuff that is um, a part of our classroom. So talking about maybe how play is very important and how children should be um, able to play outside for such a period of time, and how important that is for their development and everything like that. and then maybe another article talking about just why it's important to read to your children and why it'll help them with their vocabulary and it'll help them in everything that they do. And again, I would change those out as needed. So after some time, they wouldn't be reading the same thing over and over again. And then right next to that, I would put my book suggestions. Um, maybe like one or two books that I think would be good if and where to find them. But then I would also make it be known that if they have a book suggestion for our classroom, that they can write it down in that list. And then next to that, I would put my newsletter, which is very important, again, to make the parents and families aware of the different things that we are doing and what's been going on. And then I would include maybe another newsletter for parents to take that is in like a different language. So if a family is native Spanish speaking, I would put in a newsletter that is translated into Spanish so that they're feeling more comfortable and that they're not feeling like they're looked over. And then the last thing that I would have is a little picture and bio of like our student of the month. So this is important too because it would show important things that this child has done, important milestones that's happened, and fun things that they've done, and cool things about them. So this is highlighting a child every month. So I think this would be cool to have each child be the center of attention so that their parents can see, but also their fellow students can also see